So in 2009, I was in a head-on car accident that left me paralyzed with a T6 spinal cord injury, killed my stepmom, and then injured my stepbrother and my sister as well. And, you know, kind of during that, like, everybody was freaking out. And I remember this one time where my sister came in crying, and I looked at her, and, you know, I had to be strong for her. So I looked at her and told her everything was going to be okay. And I passed out, woke up 7 days later in the hospital, got told I was never going to walk again. And it was kind of tough, but I had to make the decision that this is going to be my life now. After my accident, I didn't really think about sports all that much. My daily struggles were trying to get out of bed and trying to get my clothes on and take a shower was like mainly what I was doing, having the most trouble with. And then Dad started forcing me to go skiing every week.
You know, we lowered the basket at first when he got home from the hospital, and him and his brother and sister would just battle it out in everyday chairs that they had, and it was pretty epic battles, including, you know, slamming on each other's brakes, you know, sticks in the spokes. Our life-changing moment as a family was the summer after we got home, and we got on a big river and we ran it.
Spina bifida is basically just when I was still in my mom's stomach, my spinal cord didn't form correctly, and so when I was born it affects the nerves in my legs, and so I use a wheelchair.
We knew about halfway through my pregnancy that she had this condition, and so the spinal cord, because it's not formed correctly, it results in paralysis and other.
Over the years I've tried every possible sport you can imagine, from soccer to swimming to gymnastics for 1 year. That didn't last very long. But for me, I play basketball, which is my primary sport, but I also compete in wheelchair track, and because sports are such a huge part of my life. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else but sports. I'm not musically inclined. I'm not very artistic, and so sports have just been a great outlet for me to meet new people, but also just, it's a fun thing to do on the weekends.
You know, one of the first skills that she had to learn quickly was learning how to travel and pack your own bags and get your own bags through the airport along with sports equipment. And so the ability to multitask, to manage time, to be, you know, on a schedule, making sure you're getting through an airport, you know, those are all skills that any adult would need. But by learning them early, she was able to learn to be very independent as well.
I met Abby at a skiing trip up to Copper Mountain.
That's right.
Yes.
There you go.
And the first time I met her, she was very quiet. We didn't talk much. I kind of thought she was a mean person, but she's not. After I got to meet her, we started talking, having fun. You know, she really grew on me.
I remember just being in this tiny condo with Noah for 48 hours. And in those 48 hours, I don't think Noah shut up. And honestly, after my first 48 hours, I was like, oh dear, please get me away from this child. He does not shut up. He does not stop talking. Please help me. But then after we started playing basketball, and well, we had a few months space, and then started playing basketball with each other, we became friends, and I realized that he's a little bit of annoying, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy, and we became friends.
For the record, I don't remember it like that. I remember I was like a hero.
I do.
Gallivanting into the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Goofball. Just crazy, energetic, fun, super nice. just a really great guy. I'm glad to have him as a teammate and as a friend.
Great guy. He's always joking around with me. I've been to a few camps with him, got to really know him. And
he's great. He's a positive person. He's hilarious, and just overall a great person to have as a friend and as a teammate.
He sets his goal and works for it, and brings, leads people to the same goal as a leader would. So he's has characteristics of a leader.
Now, Abby's character off the court, she's fun to hang out with. I've known Abby for 3 years now, and she's always been nice to me. She's very fun. She's chill most of the time. She's a very chill, fun person.
character, she's very selfless. She really cares about other people and what they're going through. She really does not care about herself too often.
Noah, for only playing for 3 years, Noah is a phenomenal player who's going to do great things in college next year. He really has taken on a role of leadership in our team, which I think is really great. He's always the person to be positive no matter what's happening on the court, no matter if we're winning by 2 or losing by 30.
He's very aggressive on defense, and he's a very good with his hands. He gets a lot of steals, and on the offensive side, he's deadly from 12 feet. So if you leave him open, he's most likely going to drain that.
Noah is a very fast person on the court. He's always thinking about the next move based on what he's giving on the court.
Her character is fierce, like a tiger, but subtle, like the wind, she's floating around everywhere, but she's also attacking when she needs to attack. And can't ask any more from a person like that. Yeah. Also very smart.
She's a very good defender, and she's really good at getting her teammates open and getting them looks. And that goes far on a basketball team.
On the court, she's everywhere you need her to be. She's always there to help me. She makes killer picks and seals, man. She does that for days. She always brings me up.
On the court and off the court, I appreciate his positive attitude.
NIT Junior Championship game. The Denver Junior Rolling Nuggets 25. Number 44, Savannah. We have 29 points in the championship game.
I couldn't get it.
excited. I mean, obviously it's going to be living on my own for the first time, but I'm ready for the challenges that it'll bring. So I just have to figure out how to do laundry. That's a start.
Goodness, Abby going to college is going to be tough. I mean, it's a big stepping stone for any kid, but the fact that you always want to protect them, and while she's extremely independent and she's very capable, she's also she has a health condition that can be complicating at times, and so it's nervous time, it's excited, it's anxious, but it's all going to be a really, really great experience for her. So
it's going to be difficult. I feel very confident that he's at a level of independence to be successful, but honestly, my interaction with this incredible community of people has been primarily through Noah.
I think it's going to be hard for me to see her go to school. However, I remembered, going off to school as well, and so I'm going to have to put myself in the mindset of knowing that this is the right thing for her to do, and to, cut some of the cords and let her go. It's going to be hard.
There was a lot of things that swayed me to go to Illinois. There's some really good people that are going there, and Illinois's got such great academics that it's just hard to pass it up. If you can get into Illinois, I would say go there because they got killer academics, and then I've got people that I love that go there, like Dago, and then Abby too.
Just the prestige of both the school and the wheelchair basketball and adaptive sports program in general at Illinois. I mean, they've been doing basketball for decades, and wheelchair track, they've produced legends from track. And so it's just, and the fact that the school is so great, and everywhere you go, if you're wearing an Illinois shirt, someone's going to say, "Hey, ILL," and you reply INI.
The best thing about sports has been I think it certainly changed his identity from being a person with a disability to being an athlete. So his primary self-identity is now that he's an athlete. And secondly, he's a person with a disability.
I wouldn't go back and change anything just because I've had way more opportunities.
It's a part of me. I mean, it's not ever something that I really notice. For me, it's a part of who I am, and it's a part of my identity and what I identify with. And so being in a wheelchair, some people might see it as kind of a bad thing, but I see it as a good thing.